What's up, my people? What's up, my homies? What's up, my friends? I'm Gnarly Vato, and these are Gnarly Times. Well, today I want to talk about one of the towns that close to Porterville, Plainview. You know, a lot of times, and some homeboys. I used to chill there. You know, a homeboy I met in YA. Well, this this is a homeboy, right? He's a YA homeboy too. His name is Crook, right? Well, when I was in YA in Carl Holton, right before I was paroled, right? It was I paroled in November. This fool came probably like in the summertime, and then he was in parole in May. Well, I used to serve food, right? So anybody that came in receiving, I used to be KP. So I'd be there serving food, and they would. We had representatives that were up in the other unit. So north, south, they would say, "Oh, we got so many homeboys," or "There's all these Southsiders or Bulldogs or whatever," you know. Well, at this time, they like, "Hey, there's a homeboy from Plainview," right? Excuse me. Well, at this time, my sister knew this guy. She's like, "Yeah, this guy violated. He went back," you know. So I'm in there serving, and this fool rolls through, and he's like, "What's up?" The fools hit you, where you from? Or, you know, if you ain't tatted, you know. So I'll be like, I say, "Hey, whatever it was, say, hey, homie, where you from?" You know, and I see you from Tulare County. He's like, "Yeah, Plainview," and I was like, "Oh, what's up?" You know, I told him, "Hey, you know my sister," and I told her her name, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I know her." He's like, "You're her brother, huh?" She told me about you, cause she had met him walking. She seen him strolling the streets, and he had the same dress. He had parole from prior, and she goes, "Hey, you just got out of YA, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "How you know?" He goes, "Cause I got two brothers in there." You know. So, anyways, so when he violated, he went back on drug program. I guess he got buzzed for drugs. So when he went on, I don't know what unit, cause I was on Ebbets, and that's next to Donner, right? If I'm right, connected. So this we used to play baseball, right? They had we baseball tournament, softball, and all these we had a homeboy. There's a few homeboys from the town there, the county. I know Boxer Dula was there at one time. Um, Lil Ray from ESV. I think Goyo right there from Lindsay was there. I call him Donkey, and just a bunch of other fools. Homeboys from Dinah. Well, this fool. Uh, Anyways, we're there playing baseball, so we would have chopped it up with homeboys at the baseball field, you know, and that's how we got to talking to homeboys. They would let us interact, and so I got to talking to them at the um, what's called baseball field, right? So anyway, I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting out in November." And this was in '97, right? November 3rd, '97 was getting out. Hopefully at the time, this was getting out in May. He's like, "Hey, when I get out," he told me, "when I get out," because he was a maxing out, "the first person I'm going to see is you." And I was like, "Whatever, you know." And this fool was like, "For real?" So I'm over there. So anyways, all right. So time went on, right? I ended up paroling, and the times I seen him there, it would be like at the school or wherever. Like, hey, didn't get to talk to him a lot because he had went somewhere else. So when I paroled, um, I was out for a while, right? So one day I was walking, strolling to Walmart by myself just to get out of the pad, and I'm walking and shit, and right by the overpass and what was that Prospect, I think Westfield, I think Westfield, and Out Market, I call it, and I'm walking right, and I hear, "Hey," and they call me by my name, and I was like, "Whoo!" This fool jumped out of the car, and he's like, and I was like, and he's like, "What's up, homie?" And I was like, well, so we went. I walked over there, and gave handshakes, embraced, and he was in a Thunderbird. It was a Thunderbird or a Kruger back then, and like 5 homeboys jumped out. Boom. And, you know, there's this homeboy Mario, this other homeboy Lazy, I think, and this other fool was from the east side, Porterville. He was chilling with them, you know, and they used to all cruise with them. Everybody cruising around. They're like, come on, jump in. Jump in. Nah, but I met them all, you know, and I used to chill with them. So, because a lot of times homeboys didn't want to chill with me because, oh boy, would be out for them. Because he didn't want no one kicking it with me if they were homeboys, you know. So I let homeboys know, hey, check it out, homie. I got problems with this fool. If I run into him or something, they're going to try to get me. So you better, you know, I don't even want to chill with me and that, you know. It is what it is. All I know, I got to be ready. You got to be ready for war. Well, it was crazy. When this fool Crook got out, he went and rented a hotel at the Bunyan for like 2 weeks, you know, and we had the 20-pack bottles. The whole wall was stacked, boxes, cases of Budweiser. You know, it was just crazy doing all the yayo, you know. But we're on parole with weed, but the other fools be smoking. You know, I was trying to abstain from that because I had just got out. But it was crazy. This fool had a whole stack of food stamps and cash. I guess something happened, hit some spot right when the day he got out that night. This fool, you know what I'm saying? That's why they called him Crook. I don't know. I didn't even, but this fool was savage, and he was tight. We're tight, you know. It was cool because we had that YA. When you with YA and YA with someone, you're like butt cheeks sometimes because you guys been through the straight war with other fools, you know, and so you guys had that bond. Some call it like a war. When they go to war, yeah, brotherly love. But this is carnalismo among homeboys, you know. Well, these fools like, but this homeboy he trusts me so much. He gave me a whole wad of stack of cash and food stamps. And say, here, homie, hold this for me. He didn't even let his own homeboys from his town hold it. That's how much he trusted me. And I was like, all right, shit, you know. But he ended up shooting me like $400 in food stamps to shoot to my mom, you know. And I was like, let's do it. Good looking out, you know. But I used to go to Plainview, chill, you know. I was real pretty tight with the fools in there. I bought this car out there, you know. Those are the other homeboys I used to roll with. But those are from Tulare and the other homeboy. I was in YA with them two guys also. So it was a bunch of YA babies I used to hang with. You know, so I even want to, later on to talk about my other homeboy from Exeter, you know. They call him Tuna. I don't know why, but it was a crazy name. You know, him and his brother and how I met them in Porterville. At a YA, we used to do community service, and so we would meet up in front of Porterville College, you know. But yeah, I just want to talk about the homeboy Crook from Plainview. Was solid. He ended up having a brother too, you know, and something happened. They ended up going to pen. Like he did something where Jack the Aryan, the Hell's Angels out here. I was chilling with my other homeboy going to this pad, and there was some guy waiting there, a construction worker with a hammer, waiting for the homeboy Crook to beat him because he had stolen something from the white dudes. You know what I'm saying? This fool was a savage, crazy dude. But whenever you wanted action, you hit up this fool. He was just like on the go. It was crazy. This fool was off the hook. He was a solid ass homeboy, and I always like to chill with him, you know. And I always wondered about these homeboys and these experiences I've been with. But he literally kept his word. Said, when I get out, I'm gonna see you the first day, because he knew where my sister lived. I was like, all right, let's see, homie. And sure enough, the first day, he's like, I told you. Even one time, I had broken down going to Visalia to get groceries. And we're coming back, and my mom's car broke down by Plainview. right there at Sahovi's. And I go, my mom's like, oh, everybody's stressing. My brother and sisters were small. And then I go, Mom, wait right here. I'll be right back. Ran down to the homeboy's pad. I said, hey, bro, our car just broke down right here. Can you show me a ride to my town? Jump in. We're all loaded down, food in the back of the trunk. All like 6 of us in the car, 7 of us, But it was crazy how much homeboy become tight, That's why it's sad to see when homeboys fall or whatever it is. Dope takes them or just homeboys get lost. That's why I always try to keep my mind right and stay focused and do what I gotta do to get where I need to go. But I'm Gnarly Vato, and this is another gnarly time in my life. Stay gnarly and stay out of trouble.